So you've done a lot of producing,
Yeah.
a lot of directing,
Yes.
and you've been successful at both.
Yes.
And good. I wanted the audible yes.
Yes.
Yeah, then you got silent. You're like, no, so you give us an audible yes.
I'm trying
That's
to
great.
claim it, yes.
Yeah, no, you have. And which one do you like more? Do you what skills do you need to be successful at one versus the other? Because they are so different.
Yeah. They're different, but I think at least the way that I approach it, there's a lot of overlap. I bring a lot of sort of my producer mind to directing and a lot of my director mind and writer mind to producing. It's so hard. It's like asking me to choose between my children. Like I can't.
Really?
Yeah, I love both. I mean, I guess if I had to say, I would say directing, just because that's like sort of my creative outlet and, I have the most control and, I get to be in the seat and I get to be actually like doing the thing. So I love directing. It's like intoxicating. It's what I wake up in the morning to do. But producing is also incredibly fulfilling and it's incredibly creative.
Okay.
It's, I think people have this idea of what a producer is very like kind of caricatured,
Like a suit.
A suit, yeah, or somebody who's just there to say no or, like give bad notes or whatever it is. But I think really good producers, and I've been lucky to work as a director with really great producers, and I try to be that producer for writers and directors that I work with. But it's you're sort of as a producer you're doing everything. We know that, but you're originating ideas a lot of the times, and then you're sort of building a team and creating a space for all the creatives on a project to do their best work.
Wow.
And you're kind of doing that as a director too. Like I don't really believe in this whole auteur theory. The director is like the visionary and the one who does it all. Maybe it's a little bit from my docs background, but
Sure.
I look at even directing as very collaborative, and my job is to clearly communicate what I want and keep the big picture in mind, the big sort of vision of whatever I'm making in mind, and then get everyone around me to give their best and do their best,
Right.
And so it's similar in that way.
And directing is more like the day of too, right?
Yeah.
Like you have your hat on with that. Producing almost feels like, I mean, not that the producer isn't on set, but it almost feels like everything leading up and then after as well.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
the
it can
curtains
be,
up,
yeah.
it's the director's
Yeah, exactly.
role, right? And do you prefer to do both on the same project?
No, actually. When I'm directing, I like to just really focus on that. I mean, there is an element of producing to all of the things I direct as well, but I think coming up in indie film, I had to do both and everything. And so one of the great luxuries of success and of sort of advancing in my career is that when I'm directing, I can work with amazing producers.
Right.
And they make me a better director. They unburden me of a lot of, sort of the practical, logistical, strategic aspects of, how to put a project together and how to get it to market.
Sure.
And, all of that. And I can just focus on the creative. So yeah, I love working with producers when I'm directing,
Sure.
rather than producing